Hello everyone, and welcome back to my second channel where I take you guys along the journey of starting my clothing line. So I haven't been too active on here, and that's just because really not much has been going on at all. It's really just a waiting game for my samples and stuff like that. But a few things have happened recently, so I thought I would just kind of update you guys on those, so you do still have some idea of what's going on. Well, a couple weeks ago, I actually had a big scare because I needed to use my business number because I wanted to open up a separate business bank account, but my business number wasn't associated with my corporate name, and so I started to panic. So I called the Canada Revenue Agency and I called Corporations Canada, and they basically said that my business didn't exist, that it wasn't an actual business, I wasn't incorporated. So that money that I spent to get incorporated, they're like, we don't know what you spent that money on, but you're not incorporated, you're not in any of our records, incorporated provincially or federally. So I had a huge panic, and I'll actually insert some footage here because I did film a little video of me just like basically crying and being like, you know, it's not all butterflies and sunshine starting a business. Like, I feel like a failure because I thought I had been doing stuff right this whole time, and I really panicked because I had given my manufacturer my business number, which apparently wasn't even mine. So I really just started to freak out. I was like, am I gonna have to get lawyers involved? Like, what's gonna happen? So I'll insert that footage so you guys can see my mini panic attack. And I'm not incorporated at all, and I don't own my business name apparently. And I just feel so dumb because I thought I did all this right and I was doing the videos for you guys, and it's just all wrong. So that happened, but luckily I was able to sort it out. I spent the whole day on the phone with Canada Revenue Agency and Corporations Canada, and then I also got a third party, which is like Businesses of Ontario, something like that, and they were able to get my microfiche, which basically includes my business license and my articles of incorporation, which had my business number in it. So I was able to then use that information to give to the CRA, and they were able to give me my business number. And they said that what happened was because my social insurance number wasn't attached to my business in any way, that's why it didn't exist, even though I was incorporated. So that's just why it didn't show up on any of their files, and that's why no one was able to help me. So it was incredibly frustrating, but luckily I was able to fix it, and now I have my business number and all my proper articles of incorporation, because that was another issue. I didn't have all my papers, which was also really weird because I downloaded the PDFs from the government of Canada. But anyways, that was a whole freak out I had a couple weeks ago, and I really thought that that was going to set me back a few weeks because getting your microfiche can take even up to like 40 days at a time. Like, it can be a really long wait, so that's why I started to panic, but luckily it all worked out. So thank you, universe. That's what my mom always does, she thanks the universe like that. So thank you, universe. And then since then I have been trying to figure out what I want to do in terms of my finances. So getting an accountant, I think that that's really important, just because I obviously want to make sure that all of my taxes are done properly and legally, of course. So I have been in contact with an accountant who's from Toronto, and 31% of businesses spend anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 on an accountant a year. And when you're thinking about that, you might think that that's a lot of money, but I do think that that's really important. I mean, I hated accounting in school. I would much rather be very hands-on with more so like social media marketing, the modeling, the photography, even my website, even though I did hire a website agency, like even more so that stuff rather than the accounting, because I am just so scared of any of that going wrong. And I would rather have someone bookkeep for me and just make sure it's done properly, because I just really wouldn't want to get in trouble with anything. And the accountant that I talked to, he was really nice, really understanding, and he actually works with a few YouTubers and Patreoners as is, which I thought that that was cool. So he has some experience with my field and also retail. He specializes in e-commerce, which is what my brand is going to be since it's only sold online. So I've been in contact with him and he's gonna help me, because something that I didn't realize was that I incorporated in January, and even though I haven't made any income and I've just spent money on my business, you know, paying manufacturers, website designers, all that stuff, I still have to file a corporate tax return, which are complex. And he's like, you don't want to be doing those on your own because mistakes are so easy to make. And I actually have to file that around October. That's going to be my year end. So he's going to help me file my corporate tax return. Some of you may be watching this and be thinking, I have no idea what she's saying. Me neither, guys. I don't really know what I'm saying. That's why I'm gonna get an accountant. And he's gonna help me file my corporate tax return, which I appreciate. And then he's also gonna help me with an accounting system that we're gonna implement, just so it's easier to keep track of all my transactions that go on through Shopify and PayPal and all of that stuff, and help me with my bookkeeping. But that's all stuff for next year. So we just had a preliminary meeting slash call. It was really basic, and he doesn't charge by the hour. Most accountants charge per hour and he doesn't. So basically I would just make a deposit of a couple $100. I'm pretty sure it's like $350 to $400. And anytime I need to call or text him with a question, I can just do that and set up little calls with him, and that is included in that deposit. And that's something I appreciate, because I'm a huge question dumper. I will ask 100 different questions to make sure I really understand, and I'm also a visual learner. And he said that he will most definitely set up calls with me to screen share and stuff like that, which is amazing, because if I were doing even 3 calls with an accountant who's, I don't know, rates are like $120 an hour or something, which wouldn't be unheard of for Toronto, it would already be more than that deposit. And this guy has great reviews. He has great reviews. So I'm super excited that that's getting set up. And he did say that I am ahead of the game because I have access to my CRA account, because I have my code and I have access to all of my account for CRA. And I have my business number and I'm incorporated and all of that stuff, which made me feel a lot calmer. And he's like, it should be more so steady sailing from here on out. I think you got a lot of that complicated, stressful stuff out of the way, which I really appreciated. I needed to hear that. So that's kind of just been what's happening in terms of more like legal paperwork, all that type of stuff, which isn't so fun. And I don't want to give you guys a ton of videos on that, because I thought in the beginning it would be more interesting than it really is. These hour calls really aren't that interesting. It's just a lot of me asking questions because I don't fully understand. That's just proof enough. I don't know much of the business slang. So that's why I just kind of haven't updated you guys too much, but I didn't want to include that little mental breakdown clip I had. That was not my finest hour. But something more exciting is that I have heard back from my manufacturers a few days ago, and they said that next week I should be receiving my samples, which is so exciting. I'm so excited to finally receive them. So I'm pretty sure I've told you guys on here, but I'm coming out with 2 dresses, a kind of like PJ loungy set, a crew neck, just a basic crew neck with my logo, which I think will be for more so like family will want that, you know, and then 2 different bikini styles, but then one of them is coming in 2 different colors. So there's 11 pieces total, and something I really appreciate about that is my favorite number is 11, and I didn't even realize I had 11 pieces total. So that made me happy. But yeah, next week I'm gonna be getting my samples, and I'm probably not gonna be showing you the full sample because I still want it to be a surprise, but I'll be showing you the little details and like clips of the clothing, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to share that with you guys, and we can see it start to come together. Now there will be a few rounds of sampling. Obviously I'll get my samples, I'll probably be like, I don't like this, I like this, I want to change this, and then they'll make me some more samples, and it'll kind of be back and forth like that. But then the game plan is that around December or January, I will get my big bulk orders of all my final pieces, and then I will shoot those pieces for my website, and then hopefully March, I will actually launch. So that's kind of the game plan. So I'm very excited. Like I said, right now it's really just a waiting game, and there's not too much happening behind the scenes other than my manufacturer texting me here and there and being like, do you like this better or this? You know, just little questions like that. And me trying to figure out some more behind the scenes stuff, like, do I want an accountant? How much to pay for an accountant? That kind of stuff, which isn't so fun. But yeah, that's all that's been happening right now. I do start school in September, and I will be taking 5 university classes in the fall. So I am still a full-time university student, and I did take 2 summer classes this summer, so that come winter, January to May, I only have to take 3 university classes so I can focus more on my clothing line, which hopefully is successful, fingers crossed. But yeah, that is all for this little update. I hope you guys feel a little bit more included, because I do realize it has been a long time since I have actually talked to you guys, but like I said, just not much is happening. I thought that the whole business process would be way more busy the whole time, but it's not. It's more so just waiting for your samples, and I'm sure come January I will be busy all the time. I'll probably be vlogging a lot, going to different shoots, setting up websites, meetings, all of that stuff. I imagine I'll be way busier. So the content will probably come then, and I'll do a whole video showing the whole collection and stuff once it's ready to be released. But yeah, that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for still subscribing or watching if you're still here. I know there's not too much happening, but I still appreciate your support so much, and I hope you guys are getting excited, because I know I definitely am, and I'm so excited to finally receive my samples and see how my designs look. Okay, I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video, which will probably be pretty soon because I'll get those samples. Okay, bye.